Hi and welcome back. We're just outside Carmona, Sevilla today. Great property, good piece of land. Here's your doorbell. 2,500 square meters of garden. A little bit overgrown, as is often the case with some of these properties where the owners are a little bit older or have passed on. And you know, 2,500 square meters is just about right. You know, not huge, not small, plenty of space, and with plenty of imagination. You've really got a blank canvas. You've got this great sort of double line of pines here to the front of the house. Keep it nice and private. Here you've got the front gate. And then a nice long driveway up to the house. So the house is more or less towards the back, and the pool there you can see is behind that. You know, the grounds here are extremely fertile. Anything will grow. So really you can plant to your heart's content. Got a good old olive tree here. As you can see, it's quite overgrown. Needs a gardener's touch, a little bit of TLC, but certainly plenty of scope. Now, that's the road there. All right, so if road noise is going to be a problem, you know, it's not a busy road, but certainly as we sort of walk the grounds here, you'd be able to hear cars driving by. You know, 18-wheelers probably not. But you will have road noise here. We are pretty close to the road. I'd say probably no more than about 50 meters. So it could be, you know, something that you want to consider. Here comes another one. Okay, so that's what it's going to sound like. And then your neighbor here has some chickens and so forth. There you are. Fresh eggs for life. And you can see the grounds again. There's really not a lot planted here, just some olive for, you know, sort of personal use. Certainly nothing you'd make any money off of. And your neighbor here just more or less has, you know, sort of a small holding. All right, now this fence here that you're looking at, certainly it could be made a lot more private. You could plant, for an example, a whole line of pine or other growing vine just to sort of blot out your neighbor. You know, which you've got there, excuse me, on the other side of the property, you know, which is completely private from your neighbor. You can just sort of see their roof there. All right, but the grounds are really nice, just a perfect size, 2,500 square meters, a little over half acre. And then you got this tree here, which is just coming into leaf right now, so that will give you some great shade around this area here. And you've got the covered veranda there in the house. We'll get to you a little bit later. Got some neighbors there at the back probably wondering what the heck a foreigner is doing on this ground. But anyway, so this was originally quite a productive veg patch, which has ceased. But, you know, I imagine it wouldn't take very much to bring that back to its glory. And you can see the grass is all overgrown there. Good sized house, and we'll get to you in a minute, and you'll be able to see. But sort of a savage garden at this stage. Got a lemon tree here, and you can see all these little buds. Those turn into these little flowers. And then, I don't know if you can see it or not, probably not. Oh, you can sort of see the top bit there. And there's your lemon. Too bad this camera isn't equipped with smell-o-vision, because it's actually just absolutely beautiful, the smell of these lemon blossoms. And you can see what I'm saying as far as the fertility of the soil. All of those little purplish buds are future lemons. So you can see this little bit here, there's probably about a good 10, 12 lemons ready. And you can just see the size of those babies. Nice and juicy. GT's lemonade. Lemon meringue pie whatever you'd like to do with your lemons. You have plenty of them. Just off this one tree, that's the thing. I mean, that tree would probably generate, I'm gonna guess, well over 100 kilos of lemon. Probably, you know, about twice a year you're gonna have lemons there. But just getting back to this veg patch here, I mean, it has overgrown now, unfortunately, but certainly, you know, could very easily be brought back to its productive glory. And really you could extend it as far as you wanted. So if sort of being self-sufficient with your own veg is your thing, you've definitely got scope. There's your neighbor there at the back, but that's the back of his villa, and of course, you know, the front is sort of that way. And then this neighbor here, again, we're sort of back to back, if you will, with that van sort of in the distance being the front of the property. The pool's older style. It's not, you know, amazingly attractive, but there we go. But certainly it works, and that house there has the pump filter. You know, kind of an interesting design. And then you've got some non-slip type stone there. Obviously, this is the ugliest that you're going to see it off season. And you can see here, unfortunately, if we can pick up any of the raindrops, it is a rainy day today. Nice change from the constant sun, I have to say. Being a four-season man myself, I do like to see a bit of a difference in the sky. Although having said that, there's nothing like a blue sky 330 days a year. It's also lit there. I don't know if you can see that there, but that's a light. There's a little switch in here, I've been told, to turn that on. So you can swim at night. And then all this sort of, you know, wasteland area back here certainly has a lot of scope, a lot of sort of, you know, rubbish and so forth, you know, just kind of accumulated there. Now we can see your neighbor a little bit better. You could always let the hedge grow a little bit higher. You certainly wouldn't offend anybody. You can let that grow probably another sort of 3 feet, another meter, and it's completely private. You see that car going by. So that's the road there, which is, I wouldn't say it's dead, but I wouldn't say it's busy. You know, there'll always be cars going by. You know, if that doesn't bother you, you're getting a good deal on the property, that's for sure. Shower outside, and you've got a great covered area here, which certainly could use a little bit of sprucing up. And I imagine that must be a shallow area there for the kitties. And there's your neighbor there. Excuse me. So there's your near neighbor there on that side. But, you know, I mean, if you imagine this sort of pine hedge that's grown, you could certainly do the same thing with the back one there and add another meter and a half to it. And then you just got the side bit here, okay, leading up to the front gate. And you can see the house, chimney in the living room. Sorry, fireplace. I'm just doing a literal translation. In Spanish, fireplace is chimenea, and I tend to make that mistake all the time. The longer you spend in Spain, you start thinking in Spanish more than English. This is a great little space here as well. Storage. Good workshop. As you can see, got water and electricity in here already. Solid roof. Vintage 10-speed. And all your implements and so forth for the property could be stored in here. Covered porch area. Always coming nice and handy. When it's baking hot here, and it does bake probably into the 40s in the summer here, well over 100 degrees. kind of June through September, but dry. Okay, let's go take a look inside. Okay, inside now. You've got a very full lounge. They're actually moving out today, so everything is being packed up. So it may not have been the best day to do photos and video. Anyway, you've got a good working fireplace there. The house does need quite a few reforms, modernization. As you can see, these are the very old style aluminum windows, but you do have mosquito nets there. Certainly needs some TLC, no question. New electrics, plumbing, so forth, but it has been priced right considering the work that needs to be done. I like the fact the lounge is separated from the bedrooms, bathroom, kitchen. Bedroom 1. I'd say it's a double. You've got a big storage space there. Cabinet, I should say. Single and a half, maybe. Kitchen's a decent size. That door there leads out to the pool area, the patio behind. Good footprint for your own cabinetry, tiles and so forth. Bedroom 2, double. Bedroom 3, I guess about a single and a half again. Well, maybe a double. Here's bedroom 3. And the shower room, which isn't huge, but isn't tiny either. And the front door. Okay, so brings us to the end of the tour. 2,500 square meters. Nice size house. Certainly in need of a little TLC, a little bit of modernization, but priced right for a quick sale. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching. You can watch all our videos on www.antequera, which is ANTEQUERA.co. Happy house hunting. See you again real soon.